Yo, what's up guys? You got pokeaim here with a moveset video guide on how to use Barraskewda. Of course, if you guys missed any of my previous guides, there is a playlist down below. And for those of you that are watching this that want to figure out also how to get it in your game, I have a guide on basically leveling up your Pokemon and getting them ready for competitive. That is down below in the description. So let's talk a little bit about Barraskewda. And of course, if you do enjoy, feel free to subscribe. You know, I love competitive Pokemon. I love sharing competitive Pokemon. And I usually feature the Pokemon after this video in a Showdown live or in a Wi-Fi battle. Wi-Fi battle is though coming soon. Let's talk a little bit about Barraskewda. Who would have thought that the Pokemon that Cramorant shot out of its mouth in the trailer evolves into such a beast? Barraskewda is basically the definition of a glass cannon. Alright, it has base 123 attack and base 136 speed. It is incredibly fast. It is incredibly fast. And on top of that, it has the Swift Swim ability, which allows it to double its speed under rain. And this is really good, especially when it has such insane coverage like close combat. Liquidation is an incredible move because its stab, it gets boosted by rain, and it just doesn't miss, and it has a good secondary effect. It can get a defense drop. And on top of that, it has solid coverage and moves like Psychic Fang, Crunch, Poison Jab. So it can basically hit a whole lot of stuff. So the idea behind this Pokemon is to use it on a rain team, right? You use it on a rain team, or you even use it on its own. Dynamax moves allow Liquidation to basically become Max Geyser, and that also just sets up rain for Barraskewda, allowing it to have that speed boost as well while attacking with the water boost. Dynamax Close Combat turns into Max Knuckle, which gives Barraskewda +1 attack, right? So it has really solid options. Now, this Pokemon kind of has one set. It's pretty one-dimensional, but it's incredibly good at what it does for what I just mentioned. Not only is it fast and hard to revenge kill, but it hits really hard too. So a lot of the sets you guys will see will be the Choice Band set, 2 variations, and then the Life Orb set, which basically runs the exact same thing. So I'll talk a little bit about teammates, but the aim of Barraskewda is once you get it in, you just start ripping through your opponent's team. You click Liquidation, you click Close Combat. Obviously, the Choice Band is boosting your stat, and I did say you can go Adamant or Jolly. That really is up to preference. If you want to potentially speed tie with other Barraskewda, you would run Jolly, but at the risk of being a little bit weaker. Basically, though, Adamant or Jolly are still incredibly fast at +2. You outspeed most, if not all, Hawlucha in the OU tier by running Adamant, and you just hit really hard with that. Crunch is a nice little coverage move that gives you a way of hitting basically Dragapult for super effective damage. It's also just good in general. Psychic Fangs is kind of necessary because Toxapex otherwise walls your stats, and it's really cool as well because it's just really good because as a Dynamax move, it also summons the terrain, so it makes the next Psychic Fangs even stronger. But yeah, the idea is you get this Pokemon in, you start clicking buttons. For the most part, you might click Max Knuckle just to get an attack raise, and then you use it after. Of course, the secondary set we have right here is you just replace Crunch with Poison Jab, and Poison Jab gives you some nice little coverage versus grass types, versus certain fairy types. Maybe like a Whimsicott right there where Liquidation would be a little bit weaker, whereas obviously Poison Jab is 4 times effective. It's really nice versus like Appleton or like an Eldegoss that might be running around. And obviously, you know, it's the exact same thing. This set is running Life Orb, but the majority of them are just running either Choice Band or, whoops, wrong thing. Either just Choice Band or Life Orb. And again, on the Life Orb set, you can even run the same thing. You can even run Crunch if you want. It just helps you cover Dragapult. So it's a pretty one-dimensional mon. I'll talk a little bit about teammates, though. Because it is a Pokemon that kind of, it doesn't necessarily depend on rain, but it does super well over rain. A really common teammate will be Pelipper, right? Whether you're playing doubles, whether you're playing Battle Spot singles, whether you're playing Smogon 6v6, which is what I'm talking about when it comes to most of these videos, though it does apply to Battle Spot singles, I feel. You'll definitely see a Pelipper with a Barraskewda just because of Pelipper's Drizzle ability, being able to get up that rain immediately with it, and having a slow U-turn to be able to get in Barraskewda to start wreaking havoc. Another option defensively is Ferrothorn. Ferrothorn is really good because it resists the electric and grass type attacks that Barraskewda is weak to and doesn't necessarily want to stay in. Rotom Wash is a Pokemon that can actually tank a hit from Barraskewda if you don't end up going for the Max Knuckle into Max Geyser. However, if Rotom Wash comes in and you do go for Max Knuckle on an offensive Rotom Wash, your next Max Geyser will be able to knock it out. But Ferrothorn provides a defensive cushion that can take the hits that Barraskewda doesn't want to take from Rotom, like Volt Switch or Will-O-Wisp. And then provides Stealth Rock as well, or even knockoff support. Another option or two that you can use with this Pokemon are Dreadnought and Seismitoad. They both can be Swift Swim Pokemon, and even Ludicolo. Those are just options that can be Swift Swim Pokemon that can also abuse the Rain and appreciate Barraskewda's ability to break through Pokemon like Ferrothorn, something that Rain kind of struggles with. Because you do have a really strong close combat, that really benefits something like Swords Dance Dreadnought or even a Seismitoad in general. Obviously, Ludicolo can go for Focus Blast, but close combat's going to do more for the most part. In fact, the cool thing about Barraskewda being around is that it also kind of makes Ferrothorn run physically defensive, which still opens up the door for a lot of the other special attackers Rain can have. And another Rain abuser that can work with with Barraskewda, and I just mentioned it, but that's Gyarados. Gyarados really appreciates, again, the ability to weaken Pokemon like Ferrothorn, and also the ability to weaken Scarf Rotom. Scarf Rotom is a nice check to Gyarados because it can come in as Gyarados goes for Dragon Dance, outspeed it, and goes for Volt Switch. So Barraskewda is probably one of the most offensive mons that makes use of Dynamax. Others that obviously come to mind are Darmanitan, Ditto can make use of it, and of course Gyarados itself. But is an incredibly scary mon to fight under Rain, and I'm super excited to be using it later today. One other thing, guys, I wanted to mention is I'm doing this stream called 252 with my boy A-Drive and my boy Tyler, and I'm basically streaming every day till Monday from 3 a.m. to 11 a.m. at twitch.tv/A-Drive. And we actually have some limited edition merch available. So if you guys want to pick that up, you can. That link is down below. It does support us. Dropa Draco is something that you might be new. If you're new, you probably have no idea what this is. But if you're an old school subscriber, you definitely know that Dropa Draco is really dear to my heart. It's basically my favorite move, Draco Meteor, and it's what I say when I go for Draco Meteor. It's like a catchphrase of sorts. But if you want to pick it up, the link is down below in the description. And yeah, guys, so stay tuned. Later today, I will be showing off Barraskewda on a Rain team. And also, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, I'll be building a Rain team, or have built a Rain team with my buddy BKC in a how to team building guide. I probably built a couple teams in that, and Rain was just one of them that we really wanted to cover. So you can check that out as well. That link will be down below. Like I said, check out the guide to figuring out how to get your Pokemon to level 100 and also getting them competitively ready. And let me know which Pokemon you guys want to see next. There's a lot of popular Pokemon. I know Duraludon is one people really want to see. I know Grimmsnarl as well is one that people really want to see. But let me know down below. I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye, my friends.